Welcome to tonight's bedtime adventure. Dear little dreamer, settle into your cozy blanket, close your eyes, and let your imagination drift with me into a quiet forest, where great trees whisper secrets to the wind, and where an unlikely friendship once blossomed between the mightiest of beasts and the smallest of creatures. Once upon a time, in the heart of a vast green forest, there lived a lion. His mane was golden like the rays of the morning sun, and his roar was strong enough to shake the treetops. All the animals respected him, for he was the king of the forest. But though powerful, the lion often enjoyed peace more than power. One warm afternoon, when the sun cast long shadows across the grass, the great lion stretched beneath an old tree. The air was still, the forest quiet except for the rustling of leaves and the chirping of birds. The lion sighed contentedly and drifted into sleep, his chest rising and falling like the calm tide of the sea. Nearby, in the roots of the same tree, lived a little mouse. The mouse was tiny, no bigger than a pinnacle, but full of curiosity and playfulness. Its whiskers twitched at every sound, and its eyes sparkled with mischief. The mouse often scampered through the grass, nibbling seeds, or darting into holes when shadows passed overhead. That day, the mouse wandered farther than usual. Drawn by the scent of wild berries and the thrill of exploration, it climbed up the tree where the lion slept, its tiny paws skittering along the bark. And so, dear child, the storyteller whispers, our little mouse did not yet know it was about to stumble into an adventure that would change both its life and the lioness forever. The mouse squeaked happily, running this way and that, chasing its own tail, rolling in soft moss. Without realizing, it scampered right over the lion's paw, then onto his mane, then across his nose. With a mighty snort, the lion awoke. His golden eyes blazed open, and his paw shot forward. In an instant, the mouse found itself caught in sharp claws. The earth seemed to tremble as the lion's deep voice thundered, "Who dares disturb my sleep?" The mouse trembled, its heart racing faster than the flutter of a hummingbird's wings. It squeaked, "O mighty lion, please, please don't eat me. I didn't mean to wake you. I was only playing. Please spare me, and one day I promise I'll repay your kindness." The lion tilted his great head back and laughed, a sound like distant thunder rolling across the hills. "You repay me. I am a lion, the king of beasts, and you are just a little mouse, smaller than my paw. How could you ever help me?" Still, the lion was in a generous mood. With a sigh, he loosened his claws. "Very well, tiny one. Run along. I will let you go." The mouse squeaked with joy, scampered down the lion's paw, and disappeared into the grass, calling back, "Thank you, mighty king. One day, I'll help you, I promise." The lion chuckled again and lay back down. A mouse help a lion? Impossible, he murmured, closing his eyes, but in his heart a faint warmth lingered. Days passed. The forest remained peaceful, though hunters sometimes roamed its edges. These hunters laid trap snares made of strong ropes hidden in the undergrowth. One afternoon, the lion, proud and fearless, wandered too close to one of these traps. With a sudden snap, ropes tightened round his legs. He roared in fury, shaking the trees. But the more he struggled, the tighter the ropes became. Birds scattered from the treetops, Monkeys swung away in fear. Even the deer fled at the echo of his roar. Yet no one dared come near to help the mighty lion. For the first time, the king of beasts felt powerless. He thrashed, clawed, bit at the ropes, but they would not break. At last, he lay panting, his mane tangled, his eyes dim with despair. From the grass nearby, a small pair of eyes peered out. It was the little mouse, the same mouse the lion had spared. Hearing the lion's cries, it had scurried closer, its whiskers twitching in concern. The mouse's tiny heart ached to see the great lion trapped. Gathering all its courage, it squeaked, "Don't be afraid, mighty lion. I told you once I would help you, and today is that day." The lion blinked in surprise. "You help me. These ropes are too strong for even my claws. What could you possibly do?" The mouse climbed onto the ropes, its teeth sharp though small. It began to gnaw. Bit by bit, strand by strand, the ropes weakened. The mouse chewed tirelessly, its little jaws working fast. Hours passed. The sun began to sink, painting the sky with gold and crimson. At last snap, one rope gave way. Then another, then another. The lion felt the tension ease. With a final burst of strength, he broke free. He stood tall, shaking his mane, breathing deeply of freedom. The lion gazed down at the tiny mouse and whispered, almost in disbelief, You saved my life. A creature so small has freed the king of beasts. Truly, I was wrong to laugh at you," the mouse squeaked proudly. "Even the smallest friend can make the biggest difference." From that day on, the lion and the mouse were inseparable. They shared stories under the stars, walked side by side in the forest, and looked out for one another. The lion no longer judged by size, and the mouse no longer felt insignificant. They had discovered the true power of kindness and friendship. Whenever the lion roared, it was not to frighten, but to declare to the forest, "This mouse is my friend." And whenever the mouse squeaked, it was with joy, knowing it had a friend who would protect it always. And so, dear child, the story of the lion and the mouse teaches us this. Never underestimate the value of kindness, nor the power of even the smallest heart. You see, greatness is not measured by strength alone, but by compassion, humility, and friendship. The lion, once proud and dismissive, learned to respect the smallest creature, and the mouse, once trembling with fear, proved that courage and loyalty can shine brighter than size. And now, as the stars twinkle above and the forest quiets into slumber, let us close this bedtime adventure. Remember, dear little dreamer, no matter how small you may feel, you can make a big difference in the world. Good night, little dreamers. Sleep well, and may your dreams be filled with kindness, courage, and magical friendships.